Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and as promised, I'm here to do another book haul. I went to the RWA book signing event this past Wednesday on July 22nd, and I brought home two great big bags full of stuff, and I'm going to show you exactly what I got. Plus, on top of that, I also went a little book buying crazy lately because I sort of kind of became a little bit obsessed with two authors and decided that I simply must have everything they've ever written. So I'm going to show you everything. I'm going to try and go through stuff pretty quickly because there's a lot. I'm going to try and do like the swag stuff first, and then I'll move on to the books that I got signed at the RWA event, and then I'll end with the stuff that I've sort of accumulated over the last two months or so. So I'm just going to get started. And first of all, this is my A card. This is the card that showed that I was in the first group that was allowed to go down to the signing. I have stuff everywhere, you guys. If you could see my table right now, it's ridiculous. There's a little pin that I got from Nalini Singe. It says Rock Kiss. That's one of her series. A little pamphlet for an author. It's got actually a sample of one of her books in here. Some little postcard. I got this little thing. And forgive me, I don't know who gave it to me, and I believe it's a bag. Let's see what it says together. Ferrero Rocher. Oh, this is a magnet from Julie Kenner. It's a little fan. Team Damien for Julie Kenner. And this is another Nalini Singe. I Love Caleb, who's a character in her Side Changeling series. Another little thingy, and this little packet, and her name is Carolyn Brown, obviously, and it's got bookmarks and a pen and a card, and it's just really cool. Oh, and it's got all these quotes from her books. That's so cool. I'm like looking at most of this stuff for the first time myself. This is the t-shirt that I mentioned in my recap video that I got. It says, I left my heart and my book boyfriend in NYC. And on the back there's a bunch of characters for books that I never read, unfortunately. But this is where I had Tiffany Reese write Team Soren. Now I'm just going to get to the books. And it's Emily Greenwood, the beautiful one. And she gave me a bookmark as well. It says, especially for Holly, Emily Greenwood. Next one is A Match for Marcus Sinster by Stephanie Laurens. I've heard a lot about her. She's a historical author, but I've never read anything by her yet. To Holly, enjoy, is How to Seduce a Vampire Without Really Trying by Carolyn Sparks. Wait, there we go. And a bunch of bookmarks. To Holly, best wishes, Carolyn Sparks. Still the One by Jill Shalvis. I've read a ton of books by her. I got A New Hope by Robin Carr, and this is part of the Thunder Point series, which is a series I haven't started yet, but I read a lot of her Virgin River series, and I got a bookmark. This is Just for Holly, Robin Carr. This book, I had the opportunity, this was the very last book she had at her table, and I was super excited because I love her, and it's Nowhere But Here by Katie McGarry. She was another one that was like super nice, and we had this really cool conversation. She was telling me about how much research she did into motorcycle clubs because she wanted it to be as authentic as possible. Holly, Ride the Wind, Katie McGarry. Oh, that's so cool. Sorry, like I said, I haven't actually looked at any of these books, so I'm kind of fangirling as I go through them. Next up is the amazing Cressley Cole. Oh my god, I love her so much. She's just awesome, and this is the new book in her Arcana Chronicles series, and it's called Dead of Winter. This is the back. Oh, there we go. Oh wait, that's Megan Hart. It says, to Holly, enjoy all my best, Cressley Cole. That's some signature. I think it probably just says K. Cole. Quarterback Draw by J.C. Burton. She has a series of sports-themed romance that I really like. And this guy looks like Kellen Kyle a little bit from Twilight. I don't know if you can tell, but yeah, anyway. So I should give you this. Holly, hope you enjoy J.C. Burton. Next up is the aforementioned Megan Hart, who I absolutely freaking adore. She's another one that I wanted to meet, but I wasn't sure if I'd be able to make it to her table, and thankfully I was able to, and she was really sweet. She had purple hair. She looked gorgeous. And this is one of her books that I haven't read, so. Okay, it says, Holly, thanks for reading Megan Hart. Stark series. Wanted series. Here it is. Holly, I hope you fall for Jackson. JK. The book that I got from Sylvia Day. Entwined with You. Entwined with You. It says, Holly, great to see you at RWA 15. Sylvia Day. So next up is Janine Frost. And I got The Beautiful Ashes. These books. Oh my god. I'm so, like, out of sorts here, I swear. So, Dear Holly, life is short. Bite hard. Janine Frost, that's cool. It's a really pretty cover, too. I like that. I got, and I got a Bones, I like it rough, Bones bracelet from her, too. Now, I got another, like, gift thing from this next author, and it's Courtney Milan. And it's called Trade Me. She writes mostly historical romances, and that's how I know her, so I guess this is a contemporary, obviously. She asked me when I went up to her table and she was going to sign the book, she's like, with an F-bomb or without? And I said, totally with an F-bomb. Says, Dear Holly, hope you like this motherfucking book. Courtney Milan. That's awesome. And this is the gift she gave out to people. And I already looked at this. This is a little portable charger, which is so cool. Yeah, and it says, get charged with Courtney Milan. And of course, you know, the queen, the reason that I went to the thing to begin with, Tiffany Reese, the king. Oh, God, I love her so much. I do. I can't help it. I'm such a fangirl over this woman. She's such a great author. It just says, Tiffany Reese, Holly, long live the king. Maya Banks, safe at last. It just says, to Holly, love Maya Banks. And now we're at the last two from the conference, and they're both by Nalini Singe. So that's her Archangel series, the Guild Hunter series. And this is the latest book in that series, Archangel Shadow. And she wrote, Dear Holly, with the warmest regards to Nalini Singe. NYC, July 15. Okay. And this is the latest book in her, I believe this is a Side Changeling. Yes, a Side Changeling series. Oh, it's so gorgeous. Shards of Hope. It just says, to Holly, so lovely to meet you, Nalini. The rest of the books I've gotten over the last couple months because I found myself to be slightly obsessed with two authors. And the only reason I'm really including these in this video is because the covers are so freaking beautiful. Probably some of my favorite covers I've ever seen. So I'm going to go through them really quickly. The author that I'm talking about is Susanna Kersley. I fell in love with her books and proceeded to have to own all of them. And I actually have two more coming because I had to order them from the book depository because they're not really available very easily in the United States. But these are the ones that I have so far. And we have The Shadowy Horses, Mariana, Splendor Falls, Firebird, The Desperate Fortune. This is her newest book. The Winter Sea. This is the somewhat sequel. This is the somewhat sequel to The Winter Sea. Season of Storms. This was the first book I read by her, which is amazing. And then this is my favorite book that I've read by her so far. It's fantastic, and it's The Rose Garden. Oh, I love this book so much. I have also, surprisingly, become obsessed with the Outlander series by Diana Gabaldon, and it's very strange because very quickly I started reading the first Outlander book last summer when I first moved here, and it took me until a few weeks ago to finish it. I just couldn't get into it. I had a lot of issues with the first maybe 250, 300 pages, but once I got past that point, for some reason something clicked in my head and I just could not get enough of it, and I just fell in love with the story and the characters. There's still things that I have issues with, but right now I'm loving this series. I'm currently about 250 pages into the second book, and yeah, I can understand why so many people have gone crazy for this series. So I, of course, had to get all of the books because I have I have book OCD. If I find a series and an author that I love, I simply have to have everything that they've written, or at least the entire series that I happen to be reading. Outlander. This is the second book. This is the one that I'm reading right now. It's Dragonfly and Amber. The rest of these are not in order, but An Echo in the Bone. Drop everything. Drums of Autumn. Fiery Cross. Breath of Snow and Ashes. This is the third book, Voyager. And I made a mistake when I ordered this book because I thought it was a regular paperback like this, but it's the big size, and it's the latest book that she has out. It's written in my own heart's blood. That's a lot of freaking books, guys. That's like 30 books plus all the swag. That's my haul, you guys. Damn, I got a lot of stuff. Yeah, so like I said, I'm sorry that I went through the book so quickly, but there's so much of it, so much stuff, and I wanted you to see everything. So, like I said, if anybody wants to know more about anything I may have shown you, just let me know, and I will do my best to satisfy your request. So, until next time, you guys, thanks always for watching. I will talk with you later, and happy reading!